Hey Sunshine, I am Franny of Shine with Franny, and I am so glad you are here at day 3 of our Discovery series as we are working to make some small changes to go ahead and bring ourselves freedom to be able to arrive at our fullest, highest, best selves. So day 1, we talked about the word communion and communing with God, with your Creator, the divine, and saying, you know what, I know that you want what is best for me, and I want to fulfill my purpose and glorify you and love and show your love in the world. So you need to commune with God, with your greater purpose, with your greater power. The second thing was, of course, courage. Making sure that you are able to step forward in that fear and press onward through that fear to be courageous and to say, you know what, I am stronger than this, I am better than this, I deserve more than this. I'm going to not let this one small thing tackle or conquer me. I'm going to tackle or conquer it. So today is day 3, and I believe that the third step in the really essential process of transformation is commitment. Making a commitment to yourself and to the world and to the universe to be your best self. So I want you to think about the word commitment for a second. What comes to mind when you think about the word commit or commitment or committed, right? Oftentimes you think about, perhaps a certain degree that you're working towards, that I'm committed to getting this done. Or perhaps you think about a certain relationship, I'm in a committed relationship, we use that phrase. And for years, I allowed myself to label myself as a commitment phobe. And I realized the power of that word and the power of that label, that I was really bringing myself down and I was really allowing fear to consume me. And so I started thinking, in regards to being a commitment phobe, I've been in and out of relationships, but I haven't really been in a full-term relationship for many years. And I've broken off an engagement and was nearly engaged and broke that relationship off as well. And because what I really started thinking about was I let my fears overwhelm me. I let, that overwhelming sense of rejection or fear of what if they find out that I'm not the person who they really think I am? Or what happens if I gain that weight again? Or what happens if they find out this deep, dark secret that, they're not going to love me anymore? And so I shied away. And I think about, the importance of committing to something. Not necessarily in a relationship, because we know that we cannot control other people or things like that, but making those small changes and committing to them. So one year in particular, I had gotten out of college and I was only making $18,000 a year. I know that's 1997, but I was making $18,000 a year at a small private school in Florida. And it was very little money. So in order to really just kind of get by, I used credit cards as a way of just getting by. And I acquired quite a bit of debt in 5, 6, 7 years. So around the time I was about 26, 27, I committed to a lean lifestyle. Now, physically my body had changed because of my weight loss, but I was thinking, I'm not really giving my best self to the world, right? Like I'm paying this interest on these credit cards and on stupid things like a new couch or maybe a new shirt, and they weren't really expensive things, but there was just a lot of them. And I wanted to be part of the world and I wanted to keep up. So that year, that New Year's, I think it was 2003, I literally froze my credit cards. And I didn't call them up and say, put a hold on this. I literally took my cards, put them in a Ziploc bag with water, and put them in the freezer. So that when I went shopping, I was not tempted to make a purchase or to be stupid. And if I wanted to really make that purchase, I had to go home, thaw it out, and then return to the store. So it was a really, really, really specific sacrifice and a strong commitment that I was making to say, you know what, I'm going to be financially free, financially secure, and financially stable. And guess what? Within a year, I was able to go ahead and pay off all of that debt. It had definitely gotten into the 10,000 range. And so that was a huge accomplishment for me. So I want you to think today about, maybe yours is not nearly as big as that. $10,000 is quite a bit of money. But I want you to think about one thing in your life that you want to commit to today. Perhaps it's taking the stairs at work rather than the elevator. Perhaps it's drinking extra water because you know that you're not really feeding the machine the way that you need to. Or perhaps the commitment you're going to make today is to a person, to telling them you love them, right? Maybe you're afraid of telling that person or having that sense of vulnerability. So I want you to think about one place in particular today that you need to make a commitment. And I want you to go ahead and follow through with that. Let us know. Let me know, of course, on Facebook or via email. Shine with Franny, of course, is on every social media platform. Let us know what commitment you are going to make today, what small change you're going to make today and dedicate yourself to. Or perhaps you have already made a commitment and it manifested goodness in your life. And maybe, you got rid of that relationship, or maybe you committed to getting a new job or a degree and you're now living your dream. Tell us about that too. We certainly want to celebrate with you. Of course, we want to love, support, encourage, and celebrate you any way that we can. Always check us out on all forms of social media, Shine with Franny. Love to hear from you. Of course, subscribe to our newsletter. You can certainly go to shinewithfranny.com. Check that out as well. We'd love to give you more empowerment tips and tools and resources. And last but not least, I want you to go ahead and say this out loud. This is your manifesto for today. I commit to change, and then you fill in the blank. I commit to changing, right? Make it happen in your world today. So glad to be here with you guys today. So looking forward to sharing step 4 with you. Join us.